One, two, sitting. So a little wiggle of the shoulders, little drop of the neck and head down and up. We're moving through the movements a little faster than usual today. So down with the chin and then all the way up with your chin, up to the ceiling, send your chin up and down again, all the way down to chin to chest and all the way up and chin to ceiling. And relax your chin and back. And then head turning to look over your right shoulder. So we're turning the head as firmly as you can, leading with your chin, looking behind you, staring behind you, trying to see your right ear, and then relaxing your head and then moving. All the way over to the left. As far as possible, leading with your chin, keeping your crown of the head up towards the ceiling. Shoulders relaxed and looking around. So again, looking around, trying to see your left ear this time. Still breathing. And then all the way back to center. So we're going to inhale the arms up. So arms by the side of your body, palms facing upwards. And then we're going to lift up all that air. Breathing in through your nostrils and then breathing out. Turn your palms outwards, push that air away. Breathing out through your mouth, turning the palms around, breathing in and switching the palms around again, breathing out. Okay, really strong deep breaths here. Big inhale. Through your nostrils, as much air as you can, right down into your belly, and then pushing it down. Feel that your arms are strong, all your muscles are engaged. In again. Last one. And exhaling when you're ready. So a little bit of waking up the head, neck and shoulders there. Another few shoulder circles before we relax the shoulders down and we do a little bit of breath work. Okay, so we're going to do a nice easy in and out breath, but we are going to block the nostrils because we're going to come into Nadi Shodhana. So putting in the first two fingers, if that's your comfortable way of blocking either nostril. Otherwise, find another way. Worst case, you can use both hands, but go for this way if you can. So we're blocking the left nostril first. So ring finger gently, 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 gently against your nose, not deviating your septum from the midline anyway. Shoulders relaxed, crown of the head lifting up. Close your eyes if it works for you. And breathing in only through your nostril. Now we're going to switch to exhale. Thumb comes to block on the right side. Inhale, same side. And switch to exhale. So we're always breathing out and switching at the same time. Staying to breathe in. Switch to breathe out. Breathing in. Switch to breathe out. In. Switch. Exhale. Inhale, relax your shoulders. Switch, exhale. Inhale. Switch, exhale, keep going at your own pace. You're just switching when you need to exhale. Keeping the crown of the head lifted up. Going at your own pace, trying to make your exhale longer than your inhale. Keep switching. Keep the lips gently closed, only inhaling and exhaling through your nostrils. This time of year with the central heating on, presumably you've got that on, just the cold air and warm air as we come and go in between house and outside can make the inside of our noses very dry, very bunged up and congested. Persevere, don't worry about all whistly noises. Keep going. There's still a huge benefit to making sure that both sides are working, are balancing both sides of the body, both sides of the brain. Two more rounds, deep and slow. Last round. Relaxing your shoulders, crown of the head lifted up. Keeping your eyes closed, gently bringing both hands now to rest in your lap or on your knees. Keeping your shoulders broad, lifting your sternum a little bit more than you normally would. Let's expand the front of the chest here, drawing your shoulder blades gently towards each other, lifting the chin, keeping your mouth gently closed, breathing in and out through your nostrils. Feeling that breath going right down into your belly. If it's more comfortable, breathing out through your mouth, otherwise in and out through your nostrils. We're making the most of that space we've created. Exaggerate the movement in your chest as you breathe in, flare out your rib cage, move your intercostal muscles, bring your shoulder blades together. As you breathe out, bring everything back down. Now, well done. Gently opening your eyes. Coming into cat and cow. So we are going to be on all fours. We're going to do a little bit of warm up of the spine this way today. We are straight into it, belly to the floor, chin up, head all the way back onto the top of your back, tilting your hips upwards. If you haven't moved much today, this might feel quite challenging, especially in the pelvis. And then moving slowly into our cat. This one can feel a little challenging in the lower back sometimes. Depends on what else you've been up to already today. If it's not much, this is such a great stretch to start your day. Taking your belly down and making this movement really deep. So we're slowing it all down. We're not using the breath. We're not being restricted by the breath. Just breathe easily. Taking your belly down. Seeing if you've got a little bit more movement there. Make sure that your shoulders are wide. You might have to slide your hands a little further apart so they're directly under your shoulders. And then we're moving again. Just notice where you start this movement from. Cat and cow has got me already. Do you start with your head? Do you start with your hips? Is it a movement that you start in your back? Just observing, just be observant of your body. And now we're going to marry the movement to the breath. So we breathe in as we open up and expand the chest. And we breathe out, coming into our cat as we round the belly up into the back, into the spine. Breathing in and out through your nostrils if you can, or breathing in through your nostrils and then taking a big out breath through your mouth. That can feel really nice. It can feel like you're blowing fire in and out, moving with your breath, so going at your own pace now. Just noticing where you're feeling a bit stiff, where you're feeling a bit of any kind of response in the body to what you're doing. As you come into cat, make sure you push the floor away with your hands to get that mid back up towards the ceiling. Last round, really luxuriate in this movement, not just in the end point, but on the way there too. Yoga is all about the journey, not the destination. As is life. So coming back into your flat back here, feeling strong, pushing the floor away. We're just holding, take the top position. And before we come into a little bit of balance work, we're going to come into gun dog. So we're going to lift the right hand and the left leg. Find your balance, sending those limbs out away from you. So the left leg coming up and out, directly behind you, or you can raise your foot up to the ceiling, up to you. I have a wardrobe behind me, so I'm going for the ceiling option due to practical considerations. Reach forward with that extended right hand, fingertips, that middle fingertip pointing to try and just touch something out of reach. Keeping your hips aligned. That switches your core on, makes everything work. Don't let your left hip poke out towards the ceiling. Breathe, breathe, breathe. And then we're coming back. Bringing ourselves back into that tabletop. Allow yourself a second to just settle. Start to transfer your weight over to your right hand and left leg. And then we're moving. So we're taking the left hand up now and the right leg. Again, watch out for those hips, keeping your shoulders level, keeping your torso parallel with your mat. Reaching forward with your extended left hand. Right leg up or right foot up. Keep some engagement in your core. Your head is down. Gaze is down, your head is parallel. So head, neck, and back all in line. Don't look up. Reaching forward, opening up under that arm. And then coming all the way back. Sending yourself back into Balasana. Knees wide, all together. You just want to get that lovely opening up under the shoulders. So slide your arms forward as far as they will go. Keep your hips down towards your heels. And press down with your forearms and elbows into the mat. Opening up under your arms, stretching out across the shoulders. Lengthening in the sides of your body. Relaxing your forehead down. Letting your neck be at rest. Ease out any tension in your face and your jaw. Still breathing nice and deep and slow. And then looking forward to your hands. Coming into a lovely strong plank. So tilting forward, tucking toes. Sending your calves up towards the ceiling, backs of the knees, facing the ceiling. Everything else, hopefully, in a nice, strong line. Squeeze into your glutes. A little bit of rotation in the thighs there when you squeeze your glutes, pressing into your fingertips and not just dropping everything into your wrists. Pushing the floor away from your mid-back, poking up towards the ceiling. Long in the sides of your body. Sending your heels back behind you. Nice little stretch in the Achilles. Breathe. Strong. Nice. Switched on core here. And then we are going to be stepping forward. So send your hips up first. Little bit of downward facing dog on the way. Drop your head. And actually that feels very good in the backs of the legs. So stay here for a moment longer than I anticipated. Send your hips up towards the ceiling. So curling those hips up. Shoulders are wide. Give your neck and head space. Heels moving down towards the mat. Stretching out in the backs of your legs. You know when you suddenly realize, oh, I've been doing a lot of walking recently, when you haven't been doing a lot of good stretching. All right, look to your hands, and then we're going to step forward. So either leg, doesn't matter. Coming into that lovely, easy forward bend, Uttanasana. So Uttanasana, I want relaxed head and neck. Maybe a little sway from side to side. Make sure that your legs are far enough away from each other that you have just a very comfortable base. No fear of any kind of balance issues here. We'll be doing some balance later. For now, just an easy, lovely sway. Start that movement in your hips, rocking your hips from side to side, and then letting your body just flow where it wants to go. Feeling that movement in the backs of your knees, in the backs of your legs, into your hips, to your side body. Maybe even into the middle of your back. And then come back to center, come to rest in the middle. Head completely at rest. We're slowly going to uncurl. So really slow here. Bend your knees a little bit. Take off this lock leg position. Strong in the backs of your legs. Feel those muscles working. The posterior chain fully in action now. Dangling arms, dangling head. Gently coming all the way up. Standing. Slowly, we've been upside down with the head for a little while. So very slow now, reaching up, inhaling all the way up. And exhale, fold. Stepping the right foot back, hands are to the mat. Stepping the left foot back. Bringing the hips down towards the mat. We are in upward facing dog. So we're not touching the hips to the mat. Just a little float. A little floaty float. Squeeze the glutes. And then we're back up into upward facing dog. Upward facing dog. And then we're going to be stepping the right foot forward. Coming into a nice low lunge. Taking that knee down if you want to. I am going to take the knee down, but if you feel more comfortable having your knee off, then keep your toes tucked under and have a hover knee. We are just looking for that gorgeous stretch in the hips, in the thigh on the left side, some strength in the right thigh. And coming up. So if you're okay, we're going to just settle here for a moment. We're just going to wait until things relax and soften. Still breathing in and out, nice and deep and slow. taking the hands back down. We're just going to swap legs. So we're going to take the right foot back. Left foot comes forward. And again, slowly easing into that low lunge, letting the knee hover for a moment before popping it down, if it works to pop it down. Settling in here. And then coming up to add it on. Hands back down, taking that left foot back from the right, back into our plank again. We're going to step out. So we're going to take the right foot out to the side and pop it down. And then we're going to bring it back to center and take the left foot out. Slowly, and then pop it down. Keeping the shoulders wide. Left foot back to center. Right foot out to the side and hover. Breathe. And then coming back to center. Left foot comes out and hover. Three-legged plank. And back to center. Knees to the mat. Sending yourself back into Balasana. Forehead down. This time bringing your arms around and beside you. Let them rest beside you for a breath. And then we're bringing hands to lower back, clasping the hands together and sending them away, lifting away if appropriate for you and for your shoulders. If not, just strengthening or lengthening the arms a little, not twisting the shoulders completely round. Do what works for you for today. You know your body better than anybody else. And then from here, slowly coming up. Very slow. Use that core strength. All the way. We are in our hero pose. So we're going to do a little bit of work on the shoulders, sending your arms forward. Clasping the hands together. Sending the inside of your hands away from you. Drawing your shoulder blades away from each other. Firmly pushing, lengthening through your elbows, stretching the wrists, and then coming back, clasping your hands together, sending them away again. This time dropping your head, taking your chin to your chest and rounding through your body. And sending your mid back out behind you. Leaning back. And then coming back to center. Taking your right arm up, left arm round behind you. Let's see if we can find that clasp. If not, grab hold of your t-shirt, grab hold of a piece of material or a cushion or something, so that both hands have got something to hold on to. We want to try and bring that open arm position on the right side and a very closed underarm position on the left side. Let your head not be compromised here, neck strong. And it might sound a bit strange, but try to keep your shoulders sort of level. There's a tendency in this posture to shorten on the left side of the body, to lean over to the left. Try and keep both sides of the body, or both hips level, both shoulders level. I did not put that very well, but you know what I mean. A lovely opportunity to open the chest, send the sternum forward as well, without curling your lower back. Breathing nice and deep, and then slowly releasing. Very slow, just nice clock hands all the way around to the other side. There we are. Find that hook, find that hold, have a little wiggle and a little adjust. Just noticing the range of movement that works, that's comfortable on one side or on the other. And again, hips level, not leaning over to the side. Shoulders levelish. I know one's up in the air or one's pulling the arm down, but still. And again, that lovely open chest. Well done. And we're holding just for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release. Bringing your hands behind you again, clasping them just at the lower part of your back, and then sending them away from you, so rounding the shoulders again. Just doing the same movement with the arms, but just in a different position. We were folded over before. So lifting them, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Again, keeping that sternum lifted, and lots of lovely, deep, slow breaths. So right in, down into the belly. You really notice here that the breath is quite restricted in terms of how much the chest can open up. So send that breath into your back, into the sides of your body, right up under your collarbones. And release. Taking the legs out now. Let's take the legs wide, so lovely wide leg posture, and take a little time to really squiggle into this posture. So sending your sit bones down, making sure that they're level and they're happy, and then moving your legs. So sending your heel tightly into the ground and then setting the knee down. Same on the other side, pressing your heel into the ground and then pressing your knee down. Making sure you've got as much length as possible into your legs, and then sitting up tall. So a lovely connection with your sit bones here. You should feel the weight of your head dropping down through your spine into your pelvis, and then into your sit bones, into the ground. Kind of take the legs out of the equation a little. Very helpful for balance, but really feel that sense of dropping into the ground, grounding yourself. So we're going to slide both hands down and fold forward. It might not be a very big movement. Just sending your chin out. So we're keeping that lovely straight line at the back. Reaching forward with your chin. And coming back. Noticing where you feel that. If you have to move stuff around. Breathing out to fold forward, breathing in to return. Letting your hands slide a little bit down each leg as you move. And it does not have to be a big movement. We're just looking for that, noticing where the change is. Close your eyes and really tap into feeling this posture. What is going on for you? And sometimes when we're in a posture, when we're moving, we have different feelings that pop into our heads that are nothing to do with our body. Feelings of irritation, feelings of satisfaction. whatever it happens to be, it's always good to follow and find out what that source is. Why the irritation? Why the deep sense of satisfaction? And the second thing to notice is the ability to detach from moving further down that rabbit hole. So just noticing what that feeling is from and trying to sit with it very briefly in a very non-judgmental, kind way. Easier said than done. Sometimes it's about an old injury and there's some frustration there. Just noticing and then sending a little kindness to that part of the body. Nobody likes to feel frustrated with. So we're still moving. You might notice that those muscles have warmed up a little and they're giving you a little bit more give. Or not. Okay, we're going to turn this into a side stretch now. So bringing your left leg in. Left leg comes all the way in. Taking the top of the foot to the mat, trying to get as much of that lovely knee leg onto the ground as possible. And then we're going to slide the right hand down the right leg. So we're staying level. It's just a sideways movement with the torso now. And the left hand can come up at the same time. Just a little side bend. So we're squeezing into the right side of the body and opening up on the left side. You might feel that in your left hip. It might be more of a leg thing. Just noticing where you feel it. Or maybe you don't, maybe you're super flexible. Or this is where you flex well in your body. In which case you might be able to take the right arm down to the mat and bring that left arm all the way over to reach your toes. Then let's draw upwards. So we're going to draw as if somebody's holding that left hand and pulling you upwards. So we come up first and then out. We're going to face that extended right leg. Use your hands to help draw your torso round to the side, and then we're going to fold. Keeping your right hand on the outer edge of your right leg. That helps you give yourself a little bit of a twist there in the torso as well. Again, you've seen what's happening in the left side of your body, in the left hip, the left side of your rib cage, stretching and opening up, giving your torso over your leg, pointing towards your leg and then coming away. Come back to center and let's swap legs. So left leg out, right leg in. Just make sure that you are comfortable here. Both sit bones on the mat, right leg onto the floor. And we are sliding left hand down left leg, keeping your torso pointing forwards. Bringing your right hand up to the sky, squeezing into that left side and stretching on the right. If it works for you, you can take your gaze upwards. If you prefer, keep looking forwards. Otherwise, close your eyes and don't look anywhere. Noticing what's happening around your right hip, all those connecting muscles. So many muscles attached to the head of your femur, to the sides, to the inside, all around your pelvis. We need them all working, all doing their jobs. And then we're going to be reaching up to come out. Nice and slow, and then turning to face that extended left leg, hello left leg, and sliding down the leg. So left hand and left arm, good firm connection with the outer edge of your left leg, helping you find that twist. Your left sit bone firmly on the mat, left hip not flying. Well done. We're going to be coming up to standing in a moment. Just enjoy this twisty side, stretch for a moment longer. Now coming up, bringing both legs into Baddha Konasana, running them in towards you, knees out to the side, keeping your gaze low, and again folding forward, sending your chin forward, keeping your back nice and straight, folding forward and holding that fold for 5, 4, 3, allow the muscles in your groin and in the thighs to relax. 2, and 1. Then you're drawing yourself upwards. We'll be coming up to standing via a squat if that works for you. Coming into a squat. So we're up in our squat now. There we go, well done. And we're going to come up, taking the hips up first, head is low. Keep your legs wide, hands down to the mat. Prasarita Padottanasana, so a nice wide-legged forward bend and ease into the hips. So we're sending the right knee down towards the mid-mat, and then we're relaxing and taking the left knee down towards mid-mat. It's not going very far, it's just where it's aiming towards going, and you'll notice that you've got a lovely nice rock in the hips here. Or you could just focus on the hips and move them instead, and then let that feeling of side stretch in the inner knee follow. So in short, lead with the knees, let the hips move, or lead with the hips and let the knees move. There we go, nice. We're going to come up. So leave your arms hanging and dangling. Bring your head up, so the back of your head lifting, so you've got a nice flat back. Bend your knees here, keep your knees relaxed, don't take that strain with a locked leg. And then if you can from here, coming up to standing. Very strong. Relax there. Well done. Walking the heels and toes in. Coming up onto your tiptoes, so onto toes. It's not very easy on this floor. So nice toes, a little bit of a balance. And then down. We're going to alternate now, so we're pressing in. So right toes, sending the heel forward, bending that right knee, and then swapping. Swapping again. One more. Bringing up the toes, so left toes towards your face now. Feel that that left thigh is really strong when you do that, drawing your toes up towards your face. And then we swap, bringing the right toes up. Nice and strong in the whole of that leg. Well done. Padangusthasana. So we are holding on to big toe, ideally. If big toe doesn't want to be held on to, then outer edge of your foot. Go for what works for you. So we're drawing the foot up, letting the knee drop out to the side. Holding onto the cupboard. Shoulders are wide. It's quite impossible to stand on underlay, carpet and carpet. And right leg comes forward now. Stretching out. Bringing that right shoulder back into the socket. And then we're taking the right leg out to the side. Left arm for balance if you need it. Bringing that right foot back in. Bringing the foot up as high as possible, holding on to that foot. Bringing it up. We've done so much lovely opening and stretching and strengthening and work into the hips in preparation for this asana. And now a little bit more strength. We're going to release the foot, but we're going to send it out in front and hold it there for a count of 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly down. Give both legs a shake if you need to. Might be the right one, might be the left one, needs it more. And then we are coming onto the other side. So finding that lovely balance place, if you can find one. Making sure that you're comfortable and ready. And let's bring that left foot up. Hello, left foot. Hello, left big toe. So a nice big toe lock. Up, knee out to the side. And we're sending left foot out in front. Drawing that left shoulder back in, shoulders are level, hips are level. Left leg out to the side. Right arm out if you need for balance. Chin lifted, belly engaged. Quite handy that I've got a wardrobe there. I can't get off it now. Oh, I'm clowning around today, and then bringing that leg back in. And we're going for our lift. So lifting the foot up. Feeding that joint. And then we're going for that strength finish. Leg out. Hold it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly all the way down. Coming into a lovely Prasarita Padottanasana. Step it out if you need to. Wiggle it out if you need to first. Knees to the side. And then folding forward. Letting your head drop down. Coming to center now. Hands to feet. So right hand to right foot. Left hand to left foot. We need to let go of any tension in the neck and jaw and face to finish here. This is our inversion. Allow your head to be heavy. Feel the weight of your head. Gently pulling down to your neck. You may or may not be able to hear that I started drilling directly underneath my left foot. It's a very interesting sensation. The whole floor is shaking. So what I will do is we'll do another movement here. We'll come down to sitting and I will leave you in Shavasana, but I will switch off because there's no peace around here today. So we're going to look over to the right fingertips, chin firmly over the right shoulder, and then we're going to slide. Just a nice little slide till we feel it in the side. And then back. Chin over now to the left shoulder and a slide to the left. Yeah, a nice little slide. Just with the side of the body, a little bit more tension into hips. And then back to center. Bringing your hands to your hips, walking your legs in. Coming down to sitting. If you can go via a squat, go via a squat. Otherwise, any way that works for you. Down to sitting on your mat, and then bringing yourself down to lying on your mat. And gentle rock from side to side. Taking your arms out, bringing your knees over to the right side. Gaze over to the left. Lovely twist. You might find that that twist today is extra welcome because of the work we were doing into the sides of the body, shoulders and the hips. Right, they're really going for it now. And coming back to center, all the way over to the other side. And then coming back to center. So that's something I should do. How not to teach yoga. And then again, rocking gently from side to side. Easing out. Just gently massaging the lower back, and it feels so nice. That's the lower back work we've been doing today. And bringing yourself into your Shavasana. If you need to, go into a quick bridge. I think we need for a quick bridge, so I'm going to do that. And then settling down. So lengthen those limbs, close your eyes. As you send your legs out, make sure that they're long, that you lift up and then pop them down again. So lovely long legs. Lift your arms, send them away from your body, stretch out all of your fingers, and then place them back down. Remember that your palms are facing upwards. Gently soften all the way through your face, so closing your eyes, relaxing your scalp, feeling that your head is heavy. Maybe you need to lift your head up and place it back down again. Whatever you need. Lengthening through that neck. Finding your comfort here. Setting an intention for yourself for your day. What do you need more of in your life? Breathing that in. And as you breathe out, letting go and releasing relaxing, resting, breathing in, filling up with light and warmth and air and possibility. And as you breathe out, letting go, settling, softening, easing into your mat. Stay in your Shavasana as long as you need. Breathing deeply and slowly in through your nostrils and out through your mouth.